but Scratch Me Please didn't do a lot. Because of all those fleas she got, other dogs would run and fetch, but Scratch Me Please would just sit and scratch. And when she'd scratch, she'd thump the floor till it shook the windows and it rattled the door and made the earth to jiggle and the trees to shiver and the water to turn course along the river, and the evening news would make the mistake of reporting a sudden 4-point earthquake. Well, we tried all the things most people do. We tried eucalyptus and dog shampoo. We tried boric acid and fine-tooth combs. But we could not evict those fleas from their homes. So, we decided we were stuck that way until one sunny summer day, we heard a tune echo in the hills, a bird-like melody with fancy trills. And down the road we saw coming into view a fellow all dressed in red and blue and orange and purple and fuchsia and taupe and peach and paisley and cantaloupe, and he was playing a pipe as he came our way. And he said, today was our lucky day. He'd heard all about the fleas that we had and how our situation was so awful bad, but not to worry, he said he had the skills to help folks be rid of all their ills. And for his service, so we were told, he only would ask for a sum of gold. Well, we were desperate. We only thought of the hope that he offered and the fleas that we got. So we agreed to pay his fees in the hopes he'd get rid of all our fleas. So he winked his eye and shook on the deal, and then he began to play a piper's reel. And the tune, it was eerie, it was quick, it was bright, and it sounded like a vision of sweet delight. And as the music echoed in the air, the fleas jumped out from Scratch Me's hair. They skipped and they danced to the river bank, and then one by one they hopped in and sang. And when the fleas were gone, the piper quit. The air was quiet for a bit. And then he smiled, and we smiled too. And he said, I've done a job for you. We agreed he had. We asked, how could we pay? He said, well, I'll just take your gold today. But we had no gold. We told him so. He said, you'll pay me before I go. Just now for a tune, I've done you well. So you return me the favor. You sit down and tell. Tell me the stories from long ago, of the things you've done and the folks you know. Tell me the stories that the old ones told, because that's a treasure I measure as good as gold. So we sat in the shade of the summer trees, and we chewed the fat, and we shot the breeze, and it wasn't so hard to pay his price. In fact, we discovered it was kind of nice. So after he left, and still to this day, we welcome every traveler that comes our way, and we share our treasures. They're as good as gold. They're the stories we've heard, and the stories we've told, and the stories we've borrowed, and the stories that we own, and the stories we've lived, and the stories we've grown, because they're a part of our lives, and they're a treasure, like the rocks and the trees, and it's all because of Scratch Me Please. That's a good Scratch Me Please.